Hi everyone, my name is Anna, and welcome to the YouTube channel or the podcast, wherever you are listening and watching this video. The thing that I can do today is just, introduce myself and telling you what we're going to talk about in this podcast and what it's going to be this YouTube channel about. As I said, my name is Anna, Southwest England, and I am a Christian. Big statement right there. So the channel I want to serve the Lord, and the channel is about God basically, and how I interpret personally His teaching, the teaching of the Bible, the Gospel. But a lot of things that I talk about are mainly about God, Jesus, the Bible, and I talk about books. Mainly, I talk about Christian books. I have a whole library about books which I want to share with the world because they are so good and they just renew my mind and they're teaching me every day how to live life according to the gospel. So, some things that you will see in this channel are about um, co-creating with God, co-creating with God, the life that it's around you, the life that you experience, because everything that you do it's because you and God co-created together. Period. Your imagination is literally the reality that is going to manifest. When I use the term manifestation, attraction, I'm not uh, talking or specifically talking about the new modern manifestation that you can think of. I'm just using the term of the vocabulary and the verb that it is. So when something is manifest, it just made it obvious in reality. So don't take into account what its current manifestation, which is not necessarily wrong because manifestation has its root on Christianity. If you read the Bible, it literally says what modern manifestation is. So I would say Christianity is the OG manifestation, basically. So when we talk about ask and shall it be given to you, it's literally what manifestation is right now. So this is basically the content that this channel is going to be, and Christian books mainly. But I really wanted to just like get into the channel and show what it's like to be a Christian, baby Christian, I would say. There is good churches, but I think it could be better. And I asked the Lord, what can I do to, I don't know, what can I do to serve you, Lord? What can I do to, get into serving you? And every time I had in my mind, I have to have a YouTube channel, which I did a bit of videos last year when I was still living in London. And I'm back again. I'm back to bring the gospel back to the YouTube channel. And for the main content of this video, I just want to remind you of something. And it's you are God. And it's controversial. Okay, fair. You can think whatever you want to think, but you are God. You co create your life with God. Um, God is everywhere. God is literally in everywhere. God is this microphone. God is this scarf. God is this painting. Everything is God. And the more that you realize that God is within you and God is listening to you, you realize that nothing is outside of your control. You might have heard this so many times that you're sick of it, but it's because it's true. And when you realize that what you think create your reality, what you ask the Lord, it would be given to you because it is true. The more that you pray, the more that you pray and you ask, which you should just ask once, to be honest, because the Lord hears every prayer that you have, it will just be given to you. And I think as humans, we keep forgetting that we hold this power to have this co creating ability with God to receive whatever we want. So don't forget that. And when you are doubting that you don't know if it's God, it's answering your prayers, remember the verse, be still and know that I am God. The most revolutionary verse of the Bible, it's I am that I am. Know that God is God. I am, it's the most powerful sentence, the most powerful affirmation that you can ever say. Because are God. It doesn't say I am God. It says I am that I am. It's interesting to then get into the Hebrew word and realize what it actually means, because people just say I am, okay, he said that I am God. It doesn't say I am God. It says I am that I am. It's just look at the Bible also from different perspective. I love the Bible so much, and it teaches me every day something different. Um, but we need to analyze what actually is saying to us. That's why I created this channel, because I am a Christian, but I do understand some concept from spiritual, new modern spirituality. Is only one thing, and that is love. Anything apart from that is the lack of love. And that this concept comes from A Course in Miracles that you might have heard of. And I read this book, which is one of my favorite book, which is called A Return to Love. And it literally says everything is love, and whatever is not love is the lack of love. So there's love and fear. And even the Mastery of Love from Don Juan, oh my gosh, why am I so bad with remembering author? I will put it here what the author says. It's either love or fear. And what you might need to think now is, am I acting out of love or am I acting out of fear? Never the God that says, on any given second, when you have to take an action, ask yourself, am I acting out of love or fear? And what that means is, when you have a prayer, when you do your prayer with God and you ask something, and then you say, oh, I want more money. Okay, God, Lord, please give me more money. And then you go to the restaurant the day after and you're looking at the menu and you think, oh, I don't want to buy the steak because the steak is too expensive. What does that mean about you? Is that actually out of love or out of fear? Because if it's out of love and you know that the Lord will provide, because you are wealthy and you have money, you will take the steak because you know that you are healthy and you are wealthy, sorry. You know that you will receive the money, you know that you are fulfilled and you're always taken care of. Acting out of fear means that you don't have faith in who you asked. If you're fearful about something not getting to you, it's because you're not faithful that God will provide. So ask yourself, are you praying out of fear or with love? I think that's the main concept for today, because that's the main concept for life. That is the key for everything. That is the key for every single thing in life. Are you acting out of love or out of fear? And this comes with relationship, with work, with money, with health, literally everything. In my life, I realized I was in relationships because I was scared, because I thought that the Lord could have not provided something better. But that what does that mean about me? What does that represent about me? It's because I'm scared, so I'm saying this relationship that is wrong for me. Just because what if I know that I am loved, and if I know that the Lord loves me and He's going to provide for me the best relationship ever, I would just walk away from something that doesn't serve me. Are you acting out of love or are you acting out of fear? Ask yourself this before talking about the Bible says this, the Bible. What are you acting on? Look at your actions, look at your mind, look at your thoughts. It's so worth to understand, what are my thoughts about? Am I thinking positive thoughts? And when I mean positive, it doesn't have to be life is good, fantastic, good, cool. Positive thoughts, it's such a, saying, oh, I'm thinking positive thoughts, just think positive thoughts, it's a BS. Like, you can't always have positive thoughts, but what you can do is redirect your thoughts to be beneficial to you. Everyone has negative thoughts. We are human beings. We are not like machines yet. So if you have a negative thoughts, just redirect it in a positive thought. So if I'm thinking, I don't know, about something that happened, I don't like my job, and you are your job, and someone like barks at you, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I hate this job. First of all, don't say I hate this job. Just reframe in saying, I'm thankful that this person, George, is barking at me because he's actually showing me that the more that he's annoyed at me, the more I know that the Lord has something better for me. Shifted. You just shifted your mindset. I know you kind of have to be a bit delusional. You heard that a lot, but you do. You need to be so out of your delusional mind in your 3D that you know that everything is working out for you. Everything it's working out for you, girl. Everything. So if this just barks at you when you are in your job, just think every time that someone is negative towards me or it's annoying and triggers me, I just know that I'm closer to what I want to get because I'm getting out of this reality. And in that way, what you did, you just shifted from a negative experience to a more positive one. Does that make sense? I think it's key to give proper actionable steps because you heard so many things on TikTok, YouTube, do this and do that and whatever, and do a list and rewire your body and somatic healing. Can you be specific? We have type A people here. I need a step by step. I need someone to tell me what it is. And I can tell you for a fact that what it is actually, it's just act out of love rather than fear. And just everything that happens to you is not happening to you, but it's on your favor. Not you're not going to have whimsy, happy little thoughts every day, experiences. Sometimes life is tough, but it's what you make out of it. It literally is. So here I am. Well, that's a great song, by the way. Here I am. Here I am, just talking about God, the gospel, spirituality, and books because we need this. I need this. I've been called by the Lord to do this. So here I am doing it. And I hope that you do the same and not specifically a YouTube channel, but you do whatever the Lord is asking you to do. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if you don't feel entitled because you don't feel like you have enough skills to do it. I don't think I have some gifts, I don't think I have some public speaking gifts. English is my second language. Sometimes I struggle. I didn't know this is my gift. I don't think it is, or maybe it will be. But I had the most revolutionary talk with one of my pastor today. We got out for coffee, and she told me, "Oh, you have the gift, community. You have the gift of like content creation. You have this gift." And I thought I never saw it as a gift, like making posts on Instagram. Is that a gift? I didn't know. And you know talking to people and saying come to church and come and speak with us, she said it's a gift. I just want to say finish this video that I didn't know I had this gift, but I you know within you have the kingdom of God. So check what type of skills you have in your life, and then you know you're gifted. Maybe it's not what you wanted to be gifted of, but you are gifted. So keep being gifted. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep looking at yourself and at your life and see how God can work on you and how you can spread the gospel, spread the word of Jesus, because this is my living testimony. This YouTube channel would be my living testimony. That's why I'm publishing these videos, because I'm gifted, but you are gifted too. And maybe sometimes someone you have to tell you that you are gifted. And I'm telling you, you are gifted. Now go out there and show up how God wanted you to show up. Thank you. To coming from my TED Talk.